Hey, everybody, and welcome back
Hey.
to Breathe If You Agree.
Welcome
I'm
back.
Julian.
I'm Nick.
I'm Other Nick.
Yes.
Okay, yes, we have two Nicks
Shut
in the
your
house
mouth
today.
before you get you shut your mouth until you get introduced.
Now, this is honestly such a special day
Oh
because
my God.
two of my very best friends, in the same. This is so fucking cool. I can't wait to. And you know what? I can't wait to. So I'm going to start introducing our guests today. We have not only icon, legend, extraordinaire, fashion enthusiast, model, director, performer, singer, professional throat,
Throat.
art direction, costumer, music video direction, movie direction, actor,
Musical
bottom,
theater star.
top,
Verse.
verse, starring right now on Off Broadway's hit musical Drag the Musical. Just finished, and it's out today, which we are going to talk about. Directing and choreographing Joey McIntyre's new music video, which is so sickening. New
Iconic.
Kids on the Block. And Nick Laughlin is always on the cock. Our guest, Nick Laughlin.
Yes. Oh
Welcome.
my God. Being a multi-hyphenate is so annoying. Like having to, it's really, as you
Having to
guys
get
know.
every single one of those hyphens in is quite wild.
Do you ever just kind of fake it if you're talking to someone and you're like, only tell them a few? Like, I don't, sometimes they're like, what do you do? And I'm just like, I'm not going to do all of them today. These three
How
serve
much
the
time? How much
purpose.
time you got,
Yeah,
bitch?
let's just do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anytime I'm at like a doctor's appointment or anything, they're like, "So what do you do for work?" I'm always like, "Video editing."
yeah. That's like when you gotta
I'm
play
not
it
getting
safe.
into it.
You're in an Uber and they're like, "What do you do?" And you're like, "I bag groceries." So you're like, "Let's just make this. Let's just not even get into it."
There's no conversation.
Yeah.
To be held.
Yeah. Oh well, welcome, my love. We are so happy to have your shining, beautiful face. And by the way, two Nick L's on one podcast. Like, what's
and
happening?
both are Virgos. Get ready, divas. Get ready.
Get ready.
I'm a Virgo rising, so I'm kind of in the mix.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I always forget that.
Oh,
I always forget
okay,
that you have a Virgo in your chart.
So honestly, I just realized I'm gonna be bullied this entire episode.
Yeah,
which
we're
is
just gonna be
really
telling you,
fun.
like, we're gonna be like, oh wait, your volume's wrong, and actually, you could be doing this better. And by the way, did you sign up for that thing? Like, just like that the whole time. That's
Let go of me.
Yeah.
Hey, let go of me.
Oh my God! Hold on, really quickly. We have to that video.
Nick, did you see Wicked yet or no?
No, I'm seeing
know,
it
this is-
tomorrow. Oh wait,
We don't
oh,
have
this
it.
is gonna be so hard.
Why
We
don't
have
you
to
could
know.
call me Puss today.
Okay, I'll puss because Nick's character in the hit musical Drag the Musical right now, get your tickets off Broadway, is Puss Dubois,
Major.
and is a star turn. Honestly, like literally such. So I've been doing shows with Nick. A little backstory. I've been doing shows with Nick since the first time we met was on the music video of one of Mother Alaska Thunderfuck's music videos. And actually, it was me, one of our former guests, Dylan Mulvaney.
Love.
And Nick was directing. Alaska was a star, XOXOY2K. Check it out. But that's where we like officially met because one time I took my clothes off at this drag bar, this contest called Soaked. And I always got picked to go up and like do a little striptease. It was like one part of the competition, and always ate down, Avi.
He twerked upside down on Laguna's lap, like a slow spin, like his ass in a circle upside down, and I knew I was in love.
Yeah.
Actually, we can put that in. I'm
Yeah.
always down to make that video resurface.
Right there.
But yes, and then during the pandemic, Nick started these amazing, they're called Quarantine Couture, which you could see on his Instagram as well, which we will plug, which is Nick Laughs. But we can plug later too, so don't worry. But you can go and they are pinned, like you can see them, and they did themes every week?
I deleted them, but I didn't delete the. I deleted the challenges because I just like.
But not yours.
No. Me and John Stolivar and John Riddle also did it. We were just so bored, and we were like, let's just do a fashion thing online, and then everyone started to do it. It was so fun.
It was every week?
We started to do it every other week. Like we started with it was St. Patrick's Day, which was like 4 days after Doomsday. And we were just so bored, and like I had all these clothes, and I was like, John, what if we just like try on a bunch of outfits and see if anyone else will do it? And then Alaska was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then we like everyone did it. It was so fun. It was sweet that it inspired people. I literally didn't do that to like be a leader or anything, but like people were like, you made my whole life better. And I was like, I thought we were just playing dress up, but that's so fierce. Like that's really cute.
Yeah.
But you fully did then, and you do now too, because as like you are one of my best friends in the entire world, so like even since then, like you've always inspired, and I've always been one to like want to turn a look, but like you and your I hate how this word comes out, but like courage and like all that online and like all that, where it's like it was so inspiring. And then I got to be a part of one and with my parents, and we kind of like always connected over quarantine, but then after everything opened up, Alaska and Nick have this production company called Divatronic, which they do incredible shows that vary from live singers to dancers to burlesque to literally everything. And I got a chance to start working on those with him. And then obviously that's where our love began. But it is so cool to see someone who has been working so incredibly hard off the stage and like behind the camera, from directing. I could go on. We did Adina Menzel's music video together. We've done like so much together. So to see him on stage and like taking that in and really fucking owning it, like every time Nick's on stage, and like the whole cast is incredible, but like your eye like cannot go anywhere else. It's like the comedy, everything is on point. The makeup, which he learned himself to do every single night. And so I do encourage everybody, if you are in New York and you can go see Drag the Musical happening right now off Broadway, you can.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but I just am so excited that you're here, and that it's just so cool to see you doing something that you push us all to be our best on that stage. So love you. Were we talking about Wicked?
Yeah, we were.
I think it was. Have you seen Wicked?
Yeah, but I love the tangents on this podcast so much. There's so much ADHD going on.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
I have it too. I literally have 3 tangents from that tangent that I can tangent.
Yeah. Well, please.
But
By
I'm
the way,
seeing it tonight.
Floor's yours.
We're seeing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm seeing it tomorrow. I'm seeing it tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. So we'll all be caught up, and we'll all have to Goo Gaga over there.
I was really nervous that I wouldn't know how to like talk about the movie. I'm so glad that you haven't seen it, also, Nick.
Okay.
Like,
No.
I'm gonna be the only one. Perfect.
No,
I will say it's got like a 96 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh yeah, it's yeah. I've only heard good things about it. Nick. That reminds me of a time I went on a podcast once, and this guy had bleep. I'm not gonna say his name. He was like, "Oh, like come on this podcast, and like we could talk about these things." And I told him in advance. I was like, "Oh, I don't know anything about those things." And he was like, "Okay, it's no problem, whatever." We sit down. It's in like a full ass like recording studio, and it's like, okay, like 10, 9. He hands me a piece of paper. He's like, "Okay, so we're gonna talk about those things," and I'm like, I said, like, I legitimately said that I don't know anything about these things that you're going to bring up. And he was like, wait, are you serious? It's counting down. And I'm like, no, I don't know anything. I don't know what I'm talking about. And he was like, okay, just lie, make it all, like, pretend you know what you're talking about and just lie. And I was like, wait, what? Okay, we're on. And then they're like, and then, and then this thing happened with like, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, I don't know if I necessarily have an opinion that I've completely formed about it, but
wait,
like,
is this out? I need to listen to it.
Yes,
I have to know.
yes, it's out. We'll drop the tea later. And honestly, I'm sure if you look on Spotify, you can find it pretty quickly, and you can assume who it is. But anyway, back to the star.
I love that.
I want to know everything also just about how, like, I know that you went to CCM, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what's Nick's story? Like, were you like a little musical theater boy? Like, let's go.
Oh, yeah, let's go for it. I came out when I was 13 in 2003 in Ohio, which definitely was not easy.
Yeah.
I like sometimes look back at 13-year-old Nick and I'm like, I literally wish I could be that badass. Like, he didn't give a fuck. He literally walked to school. My coming out story is like, it's literally like truly like a 2000s movie. I like was wearing Abercrombie pop collar, waved goodbye to my mom as she like drove past the bus stop, and I waited for the bus stop, literally saw the car go off, took off my shirt, put on a Hot Topic shirt that was sparkly and said I'm cute, put body glitter on, and like was listening to like scene girl music in my walkie, and like putting eyeliner on the bus, like just truly going for it.
Bus
And, like,
driver, we're doing eyeliner back here.
Don't bump the table. I'm doing eyeliner. I'm doing
Yeah.
liquid. Do not bump the table.
Yeah.
Literally. And I was just like, and then I like came home from school and didn't know that I had soccer practice that night. And my mom was just home and I didn't change. And she was like, "What are you wearing?" Blah, blah, blah. Came out. She's fine with it. We had a long whole thing about it, but now she's my best friend.
Yeah.
High school
Shout out
fears.
Dixie.
Shout out to Dixie. Love you for.
Oh my god, I thought you said Trixie, and I was like,
Oh my
Miss
God,
Patel?
No. I randomly went to this public school that was obsessed with theater. Like, really, our school was better than the magnet schools in Cincinnati. And we were the first high school to ever do Starlight Express, which is incredible. I was doing, like, roller skates, practicing every day, like, so obsessed. And then we were the first high school to ever do Phantom of the Opera, which that was my senior year. And I was Phantom, which was so fierce.
So
I look back at videos, I'm like, we tore. Like, I'm still proud of that. Like, I'm like, work. And then I auditioned for CCM, but when you're from Cincinnati, you don't like get into CCM often. Like it's like the lore is you don't. So I like didn't like think I would get in, got in, was so fierce. It was a very hard school. A lot of the rumors are true. A lot of them aren't true, but it is like definitely not a friendly place. At least when I went there, it was like before, like there was a winner and a loser. And like, it was like, it wasn't like we're all friends, kumbaya. It was like, no. You're literally, it's compete. But I will say, when then graduating, they set us up for the business. Because, like, I entered commercial musical theater right away, and it was just as difficult. So, like, I don't know. I love my time there. I don't regret it. As Marla says, it is the Harvard of musical theater. She said that in Las Culturistas, which I've said it before. And John makes fun of me every time I say that. But then when Marla said it on the podcast, I was like, wow, I'm so vilified now.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is my vibe.
So for backstory, Marla Mindell, you may know her from literally a number of things, who also went to CCM, but also has a viral video of her singing Colors of the Wind on YouTube that went really super viral. And
like one
also
of the first
her,
viral videos, too. She
one
was
of
like
them.
a pioneer, yeah.
It was
like
that one
and Charlie bit my finger.
before that.
Close.
Oh shit!
And then
Damn.
she sang, I think, these fries are French. What is that? Pardon me if I fly off the handle.
Yeah,
In
that
the
famous
green
room.
dress. In
Yeah,
that green
she's
dress.
my icon.
And
She's
well,
like
Marla
one of the
Mindell,
best.
who is in Big Gay Jamboree Off-Broadway right now. And then also John Riddle, who is a best friend of Nick's and a good friend, was Phantom on Broadway and was in the closing cast as well.
Which
So
is
just some backstory when
yeah.
Marla and John.
And I truly think Marla, like, while we're talking about Marla, I really think that she's going to be, like, the Patti LuPone of the millennials. Like, I think
For
we'll
sure.
be older. I think we'll be older, and, like, she'll just be, I think she's one of the greatest talents that we have. I'm obsessed with her. Anyways, went to musical theater school, graduated, did Book of Mormon, was a machine, was Ben Platt's understudy, felt so famous, like, was so cool. And then I got to LA, and we got to do a sit down at the Pantages, which was such a gift to be able to like, be there for, like, 8 months. And then I met Alaska, and I was like, wait, why do I hate commercial musical theater? Why do I hate standing in a line, having to like do exactly what they did on Broadway, doing everything perfect, having to be this perfect, like, we had to like be like a certain weight, we had to be a certain, like, it was like a whole, I mean, you had to fit in your costumes, the whole thing. Yeah. And I was like, Alaska started to do these cool shows I'd never seen before. And then I started to be her backup dancer. And then I started to like, she was like, wait, why don't you just like choreograph this number with me? And then we were on a set, and then I was like, wait, I was watching the director and I was like, wait, I want to do this. And I was like, this is like, I feel like this is like what my degree was to like do, like, musical theater has set me up to be a great music video director because you just use all of it. And then ever since I got back to New York, and I was like, I auditioned a few times and I was like, I'm like good on this. Like I found something like better. And then I just kept going and going and going. And now I am right back to being Puss on Off-Broadway and doing it. But I'm doing it for the inner Nick, the young child that wanted to do this so bad.
Yeah,
So
I was going to say, it sounds like you're back to that 2003 version of yourself, and like that kind of like got tucked away a little bit, because I do feel like, especially in schools where you're getting a BFA or whatever, it's very much like, and Julian, you've talked about this on the podcast all the time, like you got to be this way, you got to look this way, don't be this, don't be that, whatever. And now you get to, it's like that kind of got beat out. It's like, in a way, you went to go do the gay thing, that got beat out of you a little bit, and now you got to like refine that for yourself, and that's like so gorgeous.
And this show is not what, like, that's the coolest thing about being in drag musical. None of the rules are there.
Yeah.
It's all fun and queer. Like, as long as you show up on time and you do your thing, like, we're allowed to play on stage. Like, our amazing director Spencer is like, yeah, I want you guys to like, it's Frozen, but like you guys are also like hilarious, and like if you say like Frozen after you, I was like, you just play like just as long as you're not like doing something too crazy.
Yeah,
it's really fun. It's
also,
every night is so fun.
Really quick side question before we continue, just because ADD. Book of Mormon. Did you tour Book of Mormon?
Yes.
So
I was in the sit down.
So Chicago when Ben Platt was Oh my God, I saw that.
You two children? Weren't you guys children there? Literally,
I saw that tour.
I saw that. I saw that tour. That's when I saw Book of Mormon for the first time. Oh my God, that's why I'm like ah.
Like it was literally so fierce. Like Ben was like 19 years old, just becoming famous. We were like worried about TMZ, like getting pictures of him. Like we were like going. I was like going out for the first. I was like a poor kid from Ohio getting to like so much money, live it up in Chicago.
Yeah,
I love Chicago. We were there for a year. I fell in love. It's the sweetest town ever. Besides,
I'm going there on Monday. Love Chicago.
Jealous.
So
The men there. Oh my God, the men. So corn-fed and kind. It's
The
so
corn-fed
nice.
is always the corn-fed is so gorgeous.
So sweet.
Good Midwest.
Well, you're
corn.
talking to two of them right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. That's why I'm like sandwiched between two like hot Chicago men that are both taken.
I'm sitting on
corn.
a full ear of corn right now.
yeah.
Maybe
A
two.
full
Yeah.
ear of corn.
By the end of this, it will be popcorn.
Swipe up to find out.
yeah.
Subscribe to see the result.
Yeah, I'm sitting on the corn right now so that I have popcorn for Wicked tomorrow.
Wait, did you see? I think it was Cinemark or one of those, like, you know how the Dune bucket obviously was like inherently sexual.
yes.
They had these like wands, like if you bought like this popcorn or something, but it looks fully like
a dildo.
like an anal
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
beads kind of moment.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Which
feel like
love,
they're leaning
like,
into
that's
they're leaning
massive.
into it. I think that the Dune one, they were like, we fully made a mouth to get, like, we made a what are they called, a fleshlight, like a huge flashlight, and now they're like, how do we switch it up? Oh right. Also, does anyone? Oh yeah, I'm dumb. I was gonna be like, does anyone have a wand in Wicked? And Glenda has her. I know.
Yeah.
Sorry. I haven't seen the movie.
Right.
Most famous wand of all time, but yeah. No, it's fine.
Fall down. Speaking of magic, back to Drag the Musical.
Yes.
How is it performing? Like, how is it the going back to performing so much like every day, other than Tuesdays, right?
Yeah.
How is that
It's-
schedule and like being open like off Broadway on New York, like being the original cast, like going through the stage door, like how is that? Like you're absolutely obsessed with that?
Once I get on stage, I'm so excited. It's the heels are really hard. Just like doing it a lot. It's not even like during it. It's like every single day you're like, my like heels hurt, like my feet hurt like every single day.
Yeah, you don't get used to it.
Yeah. I've really enjoyed the getting ready part. Is like I'm sitting next to Jujubee, Alaska, Lux, and Jan putting my fucking makeup on. It is so cool. Like I'm like, this is cool. And I get to sit there and read with them and like be sassy and like get ready for our shows. We all listen to music. That part is so fun. Playing on stage, like me, Jujubee, and Jan are like the Three Stooges, so we're throwing shit all the time. Jujubee is chaos. Like sometimes she has flames in her eyes, and I'm like, I have to be ready to receive whatever she's gonna do today and just make it make sense, because she won't, and she'll get a laugh, but it won't make any fucking sense. But it will be so fun.
Yeah.
It's hard having two careers. It's like really hard. Like every day off, I shot a music video. I shot Twink and a Redhead on my one of my days off.
Fucking loved.
Yes,
Loved.
isn't that fun?
Loved.
And I wrote the song, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah, I wrote the song.
A twink.
Not that one. Sorry, heterosexuality. They wrote that
okay,
one.
well,
we wrote
yeah.
heterosexuality together.
Okay,
but
cool.
they had their EP done, and I was like, listen, all your guys' jokes are about you guys having this fake relationship. Can we please write a song just called Heterosexuality?
That's so smart.
And like, let's make it country. But we were like, we have to release this before the election. At that time, we were like, oh, there's no way that'll happen, but let's just do it just in case, because that will not look fierce after the like. That will be They might think it's too whatever. Yeah. And I'm so glad we did. Yeah. But the song was really fun to write. They're literally they're crazy. Their take on comedy is so strange, and I think they're like such a fresh light on TikTok. Like they're so different. That's why, and they're both really, really smart and really like hardworking kids. Yeah, like they're my
and
kids.
Beautiful.
And gorgeous. They're like models. The first time I met them, I was like, why are they so tall? Like they're so tall.
They're
like,
always doing shit. They're always working. They're like they're always working. And they're like
to like quit their jobs.
how old are they?
They're like 24 and 25, I think. And they're like best friends and they were 6th grade. It's like so cute.
Yeah,
like,
it's amazing.
It's so
So
precious.
cute.
I love them. Shout out to you
And
guys.
then shout out to Twink and a Redhead, and then Joey McIntyre's video, which is out today, everybody.
Oh my god,
What
it's
is
all today vibes.
Today,
today.
yes.
Well, that was, like,
we're in the
I-
future, baby.
Gagged. I grew up like a part of my culture that made culture for me was Spice Girls and boy bands, like fully like
Boy bands?
Boy bands. Just a bunch of
Boy
pigs.
Spice Girls and boy bands.
Wait, boy bands. I should start a bear
You should start
boy
a
band
boy
group called
band.
Boy Bands. That's kind
Oh
of
my
major.
God.
Wait, we
And when you
tour.
make billions of dollars, just remember it started out this podcast, and we have it recorded, bitch. We have it recorded.
Yeah.
We're giving you guys a percentage,
Copyright.
you guys.
Yes.
Write us in.
So
Okay,
for
you
me,
love
it was
boy
like
bands.
I like was obsessed with it. I knew who New Kids on the Block was, and I knew like their one song, but I wasn't like off book with everything. But I knew who he was, and like now we've known each other for 2 years, and then him just like casually asking if I would direct his music video, I was like, oh my god. And then like I've only ever seen him in the show perform as the character, so to watch him get to be his like pop star self like while I'm directing his music video for the first time, I was like, I got like emotional. I like started to tear up during one of the takes. I was like, he is such a superstar.
Yeah.
Like every take was flawless. He was like going down to his knees. He was like acting. I was like, oh my god, this kid is like, he knows what he's doing in front of a camera. He's like been on every set. Like, oh honey, he had to have his lighting right, mama. He had to have everything. He was like, turn the monitor to me. Turn the monitor to me.
Love that.
I was
Trust.
like, yes.
Bring it
Miss
over here.
Thing. I
Yeah.
was like, she wants to know her lighting. She was like, no,
Yeah.
make it warmer. Make it warmer. I was like, all right.
Sick.
I gagged.
I'd be like, it's good. Don't worry about it. I love you so much. Thanks. Yeah. Wait, what
Hey,
is the? Oh no, go ahead.
No,
No,
you
no.
go.
No,
I
I
was
was
just
just
gonna say also that he choreographed it too. So I'm
I
sure
know.
seeing
Oh,
like
that's
such a
heavy.
superstar like doing your choreography, you running, you know what I'm saying, directing this thing is just so like
It was
so
wild.
incredible.
It's
I
so
like truly
iconic.
those
Yeah.
multi-hyphenates nights at the beginning, like some of them, like the sexual ones were, you know, jokey, but like everything I literally said he has done. So
Yeah.
like
Oh,
that was not a joke.
which is fun.
I know. I was gonna ask also just because, you know, I think I'm the only person here who hasn't been on the set of a music video. I'm Tekka Vale.
Wait, no,
what?
we get you a song.
Loser. I want to be. First of all, I want to be in a music video. Second of all, tell me about directing a music video. Like, I feel like I have like a genuine like a that's not the right word. Whatever idea of like, oh, this is probably what you do and yada yada yada. Like, what is your style of direction on set?
Okay, Fierce. That's such a fun question. I love this. I would say so. I like to start with like where the budget is and what we can actually afford versus a lot of times. Like when you do these fancy pitch decks and like all these things, you spend all this time on stuff that will literally never happen. So I'm like, here are the venues here are 10 venues we can actually have. Here's some venues because I'm also like a producer because I do nightlife stuff. Like I'm like, oh, I have all these. This bar will let us shoot for free. This guy I did a favor for, he'll let us use his space. Blah 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 blah. Here's all these things. Here's all the rooftops, whatever. And I'm like, okay, now let's put our concept into these spaces and use these spaces for what we like want to accomplish versus like getting sure if we had like $1 million like Charlie XCX for her music video, we just like start with a fantasy and then make it come true,
Right.
But like that's hasn't unfortunately been my reality yet, but I like to work that way. I'm very visual. I'm very like I mostly end up costuming almost everything I do. When I was on set with Adina, she had a stylist, but I came with 2 suitcases because I used to style in my 20s, and I worked for this designer who just let me give a bunch of pulls. I came with 2 suitcases of gowns, and she was like, "Are you serious?" She's like, "What don't you do? Why do you have dresses?" And I was like, "I don't know. I just like wanted to help." She wore one of them.
Unreal.
Yeah, so I like to. I very much am aesthetics of like. I compare, like, I make sure that like everyone's looking gorgeous against whatever light, whatever backdrop we're doing, blah 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 blah. And then I like to, and I've learned a lot, especially from like Julian and other like, because I feel like I started directing right at like the turn of TikTok, right before. So like I got to have like a few like great YouTube hits when YouTube videos used to do well, and then it sort of shifted. So I like to like keep things so quick, and I like to have as many stunts as possible. Like Joey couldn't believe how many setups we had for 2.5 minutes. I was like, we barely have enough, honey. Like
Mm.
it's like people need 10, 15 seconds, they're bored. Like
Yeah.
like I need a new outfit, I need a new gimmick, I need a new backdrop, I need like quick stuff. And obviously like everything that's all the like surface level stuff. Anything else, like my training comes in with like making sure you're telling the truth. I like to make sure there's like some message behind a little bit that I'm doing. And I will say the one thing I really strive to do is really, if I didn't write the song or wasn't a part of it, I like to just like really listen to what they're writing and like try to make that the specifically their text. Cause I feel like a lot of time music videos directors will be like, oh, this is a fancy like concept or trick I've been wanting to do for a while. I'm going to put this on your video. Like you've watched a music video and you're like, this is not what I had in my head when I listened to this song. I hate when directors do that. I was like, just give us what we want. Like, I guess I can be maybe too literal sometimes, but I'm like, I like to go on the side of like telling their story versus like putting something that I want on it in a way. But I don't know. It's truly like been, I don't have a film degree, but I'm like, I don't know how music video directors direct without a musical theater degree. I'm like this,
Right.
like I don't know what I would have done without this degree. Like this is like perfect for what I'm doing. But yeah, that's me tangenting about my directing,
that's
which is so
amazing.
fun.
And with the what is the song called? Of Joey McIntyre.
Joey's, is anybody out there?
Is anybody out there? Which what a beautiful day! Like you couldn't have had better.
Oh yeah.
It was freezing, but
Outside.
it was gorgeous. It looks
It
gorgeous.
looks like one of those like sunny,
Yeah.
crisp
Cold
days
days.
for
Yeah.
sure.
You can like smell the cold.
Oh yeah.
And I love all. Obviously, I loved all the setups, but at the end when they're doing this like one of the dancers. Also, shout out Jeff Sousa. You look amazing. Love you, babe. Um, he. I don't know if it's Jeff or another dancer who like grabs a hand and does like a little jump and it switches
Oh yeah,
up
that
the thing. I loved that.
that
I love the whole video, but that was
that
really
match cut
special at
is
the end.
really cool.
It was
I'm-
really cool and super match. Like it was
Yeah.
like you couldn't even. It was
And
like,
I've been working with this new DP named Sam who is really good at like unscrambling my brain when I need him to really match cut. And he like did the same little that was like 5 hours apart. He did the same. We didn't schedule that either. That was like something AJ actually helped with that lift and just like added it and like on the spot. So we did not plan to do that. So I was like, Sam, remember exactly what the fuck you just did on that move so that we can get that same cross later. And I'm glad you noticed. It's cute when people like notice those nerdy things. But
Right.
that's what I mean with your work, Julian. Oh my god, the amount like you guys. That's why I want you to be like a famous director, editor, producer yourself. What you do with fucking a minute and a half is unbelievable.
It's
Like
nuts.
the lighting on your Ariana when you're looking up is fucking nuts.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, what?
No.
Is this?
That-
What? I need to see. I want a picture from how you lit that. What sort of structure was going on? Like.
I
Blew my
actually think-
fucking mind. That moment in that video, like that genuinely,
And,
I
like,
mean,
acting.
when he posted it the other day, like I did, first of all, for anyone who's listening and somehow doesn't know what we're talking about what, Julian's recreation of Defying Gravity on TikTok and Instagram out now. The moment when, first of all, also just always love when you have like a fake person like the soldier holding you, or you're like, look at me. But then it's not her you want, it's me. Julian just turns around, looks for Alphaba on the ground, doesn't find her, and then with the hair blowing in her wind, looks up, light shining on her face. I literally, a tear down my face, rewound like 70 times, took a video of that part. I was like, this is cinematic. I was like, this is gorgeous. Like it
Honey,
was.
there were real tears on her face too.
I know. It was like wind blowing. I mean, Julian, tell us.
No, I so appreciate it because y'all know, y'all know, especially like right now or just like recently, it's been inspiration has been few and far between, which not in a bad way. It's just like peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
But like Wicked really has been something that like musical theater, like it just like has always inspired me, and especially that song, even though it's like one of the most iconic musical theater songs ever, like it doesn't take away how much weight that song holds, especially like if you do feel different and you feel like an outcast and that like people anytime someone tells you no or anything. And it means a lot because like I don't really sing like that's a part of my voice, right? Like that I never used in musical theater. Like I never got to use that regularly. I sing like that more than I regular sing anymore, like in the
Yeah.
car and everything like that.
Yeah.
So like that was like even the night before because I had been working on it
Mm.
because um I was like really self-conscious. Like
Mm.
it really is. But then it was like, what is the whole point of the song? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna do whatever and like it doesn't matter. No one's gonna bring me down because like following through on like inspiration and those
Mm-hmm.
things like really matter. And
Mm.
especially with Wicked. But it's funny because they're doing construction on where I live right now. And there are
Which is why
straight
you
up
couldn't do the split on the car, honey, right?
Yeah.
well,
Yes.
the split on the car,
I'm
honey.
still waiting for the split on the car, honey.
The split on the car is she's coming. But there's scaffolding outside, which I did climb up on the scaffolding and literally the wooden
Almost
boards were like
died.
shaking.
Almost
Almost
died.
died. And then I was like, if I died painted green
Yeah.
in it was a human hair wig, so that's a little bit better. But like
You're like,
that
wait,
would've
X.
been- it would have been literally Wizard of Oz, like the
Yeah.
scaffolding on top of me. But it is a ladder I used for Alphabet. It's a ladder, and I cut a hole in a sheet and then put a house fan going upwards, so it had that moment, and then cut the
Insane.
like the top the apron of the dress so I could put it over to see. But like the wind in the hair, there
And you're
was
doing
a lot
all
of
of this alone. That's what's
Yeah, I was
crazy. Is that you're on a
alone
fucking
at
ladder
night.
and there's no one underneath you like pressing record and like you're like I'm assuming you got the fan going, you got the I just can't even fucking
I'm
believe
surprised
it.
you've like never hired an assistant sometimes because I'm like, oh my god, can you just have someone help for like?
So like I'm like telling this will be,
Is this going live?
but this is
Oh
like
my
that.
god.
So it's like chairs and a bunch of lighting, and then the guy.
He's
And then
so
you'll
hot,
see-
by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
no,
would. I
he's
would. I
everything.
would.
What?
But no, and taking it back to a very special guest, like Nick, really, like we said in musical theater, I had just finished before I got to New York, Something Rotten, and I was going back in the audition room and feeling super, super lost, like so lost. I had like gotten so comfortable because I had really been lucky out after school to do the cruise for a year and then do the tour for a year. So like going back into auditioning rooms, like I was like so comfortable in myself, but then I was like, oh my God, remembering what they told us, like, don't wear too tight of jeans, don't wear the earring, don't wear the this, don't do the that. And really quarantine, the videos really helped me get out of that, like figure that out. But so has Nick. Like literally is such a big inspiration to me in life, but also in my queerness as well. And just like really again defying gravity, defying odds about like what other people think and like what it is and just like letting go of that. And yeah, just like tying it back.
Also,
But
that
thank you for that as
yeah,
well.
and that comes through. Also, I would say, I mean, Nick, you and I only met like what 2 years ago or so, or 3 years,
Yeah.
like in person for the first time.
But
Obviously,
we bonded about Beyonce and
Yes.
Virgos, so it like fast forwards. I think like we get 2 more years.
yeah, we get 2
at
extra
each
years. But no, it was like immediately. It's like that comes through your work, but also just you as a human being. It's like immediate, like full attention on you, ga, but also fun. Like it's also just I think being around someone. It's like, and it's so clear in your work, but it also just comes from you as a person, like being around someone who is so like, I don't know, vivacious about life and like Julian was saying, openly queer and like that. It's like, that is the energy that I always want to be around. And I don't even know if I'm saying that, like, it's like your work shows that you informs you as a person, but that you inform your work as a person. It's just like, I think that's kind of such a beautiful part about your work is that like, you can see you completely in it. Like
You bring the truth that you live your life with to your work.
yes,
Like,
100%.
to the music
Wow, that's
videos
so
and
beautiful.
even like through the songs, like that's why it's so special because like you yourself are so special. But like and like you said, like if a song and a director or anything like it's like, oh, I didn't really hear this, but like in your visions, it's like you take what you hear and what that artist's vision and you put your sparkle on it and it's just like so like as we are all three inspiring each other in many ways than we probably know and probably say to each other. So like
Oh.
we love a gab session like inspiring because like truly
No, it's
I
so
think we
sweet.
all surround ourselves with people who inspire. So like
No.
I'm thankful.
I would say that first of all, those are some of the kindest words anyone's ever said to me. So that's really nice of both of you. I'm not gonna get emotional. But I have a hard time, obviously, because I'm like, oh, we're all like just doing our thing. Like, it's just like me playing dress up. Who cares? Like, what? Just put on some clothes with me. But I will say, like, the first time I really was like, oh, this is like impactful. Like, seeing the little boy in our show, he's literally an MUA online. Like, he does his own makeup. He's like 11 years old. He does like his own. Yeah, he like loves makeup. He likes to like do his own drag and whatever. And I was like, you know what? I got beer cans thrown in my head and called the F word and did all of that in the 2000s so that he could do this. And they did that for us, and they did that for us. Like, I was like, it literally, him just being in drag the other day, like, literally made me like tear up. Like, I had to like leave the dressing room. I was like, this is so sweet. Like, that he's just, there's no, like, obviously he's scared probably, but it's cool that we did that. Like, we all like, because I guess I often think, like, I always think about what literally ours that aren't even alive that did things for us. I guess in a way I thought like, oh, we're kind of done with that. Like, no, we're still fighting for what the kids below us, which is so sweet.
Yeah.
And continuing to do it literally every single night.
Yeah.
You all are doing that. And
I know. I will say that it's now a protest. Like, when the
for
first
sure.
night back, that's the hardest. That's a part of the reason I don't like acting is when you don't want to do it and you have to be like, hi, I'm piss, and y'all are gonna laugh. Like, that's like really hard.
Yeah.
I was like, we were all crying backstage. Like, literally I was like getting emotional on a line that I never got that emotional about. And I was like, okay, Nick, do not make this about you right now. But like everyone, and that little boy that had to go on that night was like so strong to have to sing a song about his gender identity and being queer, like on stage is like, I was enamored with that 11-year-old to be able to do that. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, but now it's like every night, so many people are coming up to us. They're like, this is exactly what I needed right now.
Yeah.
I needed to laugh and also cry. Because people don't know. A lot, our advertisement is you can't really tell that you're going to go and cry, which is a nice surprise. But there's like a really sweet story that like, it's like literally like, yes, mama, work. Yes, yes. Now you're going to sob about your childhood.
Yeah.
And then, yes, mama. Yes, mama. It's like a nice little like bookend.
Yeah.
Like the whatever.
But that's so much. I mean, like like you were saying, it's like so much of art is a protest, and also like honestly, it feels so shitty at a time like this. But it's also this is the most important time for it to be happening.
Absolutely.
I would say it's like,
so
and
important.
also on top of just like as a protest and as a message, and like also normalizing these things that are completely fucking normal. Like they're like fun and funny and cuckoo and crazy, but like the way that people on the other side talk about them and make other people feel, and also how they threaten people. But I also think it's also the joy of it. It's like, it's the queer joy, the expressiveness, the creativity, it's just like everything feels so fucking shitty right now, and it's nice to be able to escape to a place where you're like, it's not even that I'm like watching this to escape because I'm like, oh, this is just so not real. It's like, this is the reality that I love, and this is where I feel comfortable and safe, and like I love seeing this celebrated, and I don't think you should ever fucking stop. I hope, and I'm not just saying with Drag the Musical, but just everything you're doing, like you got to keep going because like that's what we need right now.
Oh, thank you.
And on that, who have been your biggest inspiration since like when you were, switching to the I'm cute shirt at 13? Like, who continues to be like top 3 inspirations that tell like little Nick and older, more grown Nick to keep going?
Oh my gosh, that's so hard. Like, would you say creatively or like emotionally as like a person?
Both.
Like, I don't want to sound annoying.
Make a list.
Both.
Do a list. Go, bitch, you got the floor.
I mean, Alaska is obviously one of my biggest inspirations since I saw her on television. I think that her wit, her comedy, her like on and off stage, she's so freaking funny and like gorgeous and like makes it so easy. I obviously Lady Gaga, of course. Like just literally like every time I hear Born This Way,
Buy your Coachella ticket.
I know, like literally we have to. Megan, Charlie, and Lady Gaga. I'm coming.
You have
and
to.
You're coming and you're coming.
It's a sign. I've been wanting to go before I'm too old to go, and now I'm like, this is like Lady Gaga's.
And you gotta go once. You gotta go once.
Like, what are you, 45? Like, it's okay. Like,
no, I'm.
Oh yeah. No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying this is your one and only time. Like, you gotta at least go once. You got.
I'm not a Burning Man girl, so this is like I have to go.
It's your
and
time.
we'll go. I'll spend the night at your house. It'll be amazing. My biggest, I would say. I'm very inspired by Baz Luhrmann and always have been. I like everyone's like, what career would you like once in this? I love his work so much. because also all of his movies are music videos.
Yeah.
It's just
for sure.
Cut. Like, I think he's so genius. I love everything he does. And he's like very selective with what he does. He's like, I don't know, so fierce. I don't know. I'm like trying to think of, that's such a hard question, but yeah, I think those three are good.
I love those.
Yeah.
And all the boy bands and the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
Yes. And follow up. So if you have a song, like if there's a song in a music video that already exists, that like we were talking about earlier, that you see it and you're like, that makes no sense to what I hear. Do you have a song that you believe could have been a different music video? What would your vision be for that song with no budget? Or a song that has no music video that you would love to tackle, and what would your vision be that they never did, an artist never did, but you're like, this would be so sickening?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I feel like it's easier to answer a video that we like never got.
Yeah.
Like I really wish that we got a sour candy video from Lady Gaga.
Oh my god, and Blackpink, that would be amazing.
Oh my god.
Bitch, do it. Gaga, I know you're listening, girl. I know you're listening.
I feel like I would do very day to night. I would do very like oh yeah, a part of I didn't really fully answer. I always love, you gotta have a gorgeous glamour shot to cut back to. So like I would do a gorgeous Candyland fantasy that they'd all be in. But I feel like they would all have there would be like a sense of darkness for the sour. I would, again, literal. And then I would switch to like nighttime where it would be like glossy black candy, and like I would make it like dark when they would dance, like licorice. Very like that. I would like go. I often think that I really wish there was a music video. And then a weird thought that I've always had that I would switch culturally if I could go back in time. And this doesn't have anything to do with music videos, but I wanted to be on the podcast. Is I wish that Taylor Swift gave "Look What You Made Me Do" to Britney Spears. I think it would have changed the world. I think it would have. I don't trust nobody and nobody trusts me. As Britney's like comeback. Oh my god. Oh, look what you made me do.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
That would be iconic.
Or even a duet.
Yeah, or if someone on this podcast, I'll pay you $20 if you just send me an AI version of it. Like I just
Here's
want
$20. Hey baby, hey baby, hey baby, hey baby.
I just want it for myself.
What if on the Reputation re-release on the Taylor's
That
version,
would be
Britney's
so
on it with her?
So
Okay, now if that happens, we said it would happen, and you have to pay us. Sorry.
Alaska and I were joking about doing an all AI show just to lean in of just like different artists doing songs and like perform it. It'd be
Oh my
so
God, I love
funny.
that.
Have drag queens lip sync to different artists. It's like perfect for drag queens.
Yeah,
like
it's
it would be
sick thing.
genius. Yeah.
I also want to tie back to Mother Alaska, who is such an inspiration to me as well. I just want to say, like, even last night, I fall asleep to season 5 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Literally
Yes,
last night.
exactly.
Yes, exactly. And All Stars 2, which are both her seasons. So shout out Mother. Love you so much.
You would be obsessed with our dressing room, by the way. Lux and her are quoting Drag Race back and forth, and Jan. They are so niche. You wouldn't miss a beat. I don't know all of them. You would be so down. I'm geeked.
You need to put a hidden camera in there and just make a movie based off of your interactions backstage. I'm like being a fly on the wall.
I have my VHS camera and I pull it out every once in a while and I'm gonna like make a thing.
You should get a Ring camera, like the doorbell camera.
We should have had that during the costume fittings, because.
Wait, now with the wig that you just posted, I don't know if you posted on your main, but the long hair, like, are you wearing that in the show now?
No,
the
it's Jan's wig, but it changed my life. I didn't understand. Like, you've been always wearing those like center part, like Donatella wigs. I was like, oh, I don't think I could ever look pretty in that. And I just we were bored and we had a photo call, so we never really get to play around in each other's wigs because we're like on stage quick changing. And I was like, Jan, let me put that on. And she's like, okay. I put it on and looked in the mirror and I was like, I like literally felt like euphoria.
Yeah.
I was like, this, I am no one. I was like, good luck taking this off my head.
Yeah. Try
because
me.
It's what? Scalp, honey. This is scalp. It's melted into the brain now.
So now I want to figure out how to get a human version of that and just have it for like the rest
Was
of
that
the time.
that's synthetic?
That's synthetic down, girl.
Oh, that's like a nice synthetic. Though, 'cause
I
that
need one
looks
for
like
Fire Island.
real.
Like, I just need a human to hang out with you because you have all those fierce human units. I need to like.
Oh my God.
We need to all
I
go
need
to
a
tea
new
and
one
just bust
soon.
downs.
No, but when Julian would like walk into my room sometimes, like I like let's be honest, like I don't know much about wigs. I mean, I love a wig and I like to put a wig. I've ever since living with Julian, I love to put on a wig a lot more. Like I actually like really love it. But no, Julian would walk into my room with like a human hair wig, and I would clap. I would be like, "Girl, like what? How? Why? It's nuts. It's crazy.
So
also,
funny.
how well it makes you look like it's absolutely your own hair. It's iconic. That fucking pink one you have. Remember that when I died over Julian? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, I like screamed. I love that shit.
A pink human? Fierce.
Yeah. Shout out to what wig? No, I wore it to Drag the Musical, the opening in LA.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
But
Your iconic look. Your
I
best look.
styled it and crimped it. Don't even come for me, bitch. Don't even fucking come for me. Okay, you know what? I was told. So I literally, let's Drag the Musical, had done workshops and readings in LA for the past year. I think 3 times.
Okay.
So I think the second one, the first time they had books in their hands, and I think I saw it twice.
You're
One
the
of
only
them
person
I
that's
was
seen all of them, by the way, which is sweet.
literally,
Like,
and I think the first time I saw it was blackout. I was like
Hmm.
taking selfies of myself, but then I saw it again
during
and
the
I
show.
like during the show. But because I was first row, so I was like, we'll put them in the clip too. There's gonna actually
This
so
is-
much promo for
yeah.
this episode because I have so much material. But then I saw it again, and then the second time there was an opening night because it was like the show was no more books, whatever. We had workshopped it, and Nick was like, "Yes, you're like come to opening and like serve a look." So I was like, "Oh, Drag the Musical." I, was like, "Okay, so I should wear a dress and a wig, like I should turn it out." I wore this pink dress that I wore to my sibling's wedding that I changed into because I wore like this pink suit and then I switched for the reception. I wore it's like this like cupcake.
Oh, there it. Oh, for those
It's
listening,
somewhere.
she's looking through her
It's a cute
closet.
dress.
It's a cute dress. It's
a
not
cute
form fitting
dress.
at all.
We
It's
can
a
put it in a picture.
cupcake
We can put it in a picture right here.
here.
No, she
And
looked
then
gorgeous.
I put pigtails and I crimped it. And I showed up.
Oh, the wig
and
was
literally-
gorgeous.
The wig was gorgeous. I just looked crazy. But I and
Maybe
I
one of
remember
maybe one of the only time. Also, I don't think it was a boot, but like you're usually absolutely flawless.
I
Like,
was wearing
you
a boot.
inspire me. You inspire me. Like all of your looks every day. I'm like, just scroll up in our DMs on Instagram. I'm always gagged. That one was. It was just a different night for you. And it
Wait,
was like-
someone just blatantly say what you thought about it, because I'm like,
it was ugly. I looked
okay.
ugly. The dress isn't form fitting. I looked
It was
like
giving
a big
Candyland Prairie Girl. It was giving Candyland Prairie Girl pussy.
and I wore my big black boots with it. And then I like had this like pink I just looked
Yeah.
like
808
I
Annie
was-
on acid.
yes, literally.
I love these situations within the community where it's very much just like, yeah, and like, it was a decision, and it's like, no, just call it what it is.
But I turned it for Drag the Musical
Yeah.
the opening night in New York. So.
And mind you, my fashion has gotten a lot better at being friends with Julian. He's definitely the girl that's like, take one thing off, sister. Let's just streamline this a bit.
me and Nick L
We're both
Lehman
Nick
Puss
too.
puss.
I think as I'm telling you to take off, I'm telling him to add.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
or
yes.
glitter, something
yes.
else. Like,
Yes, he's always like, what? Like, how else could we change this
I'm
black
like,
pair of
headband,
jeans?
baby.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, and every time I do, I'm always like, oh my god, like fashionista. Like, I will put on like one little thing of glitter on my eyebrow, and I'm like, no, I look so cunt.
No, like ova. I feel like me
No.
and Nick are your Venn diagrams. Like
Yes.
like you're in the middle and we're between.
And there's just like a whole lot of love in between.
my
You're Nick
cutie.
L's.
Yeah, you're Nick L's. Oh my
Well, we need a
God.
we need a
need a
reunion. Soon.
reunion.
You're coming out here soon, no? Hopefully.
I hope so. I
For
hope so.
Coachella.
Oh my god, yeah.
obviously.
Definitely by like
April.
March or April. I want to spend like a full month.
Yeah.
I've been lucky enough to spend like, I'm kind of bi-coastal. I don't own property on
Love it.
both, but I do have a hairstylist on both, so I feel like
Mhm.
that kind of
That
works.
counts for sure.
That
Totally.
counts.
And
That's
but I
major.
spent like
You
6
have-
months out of last year there, so like I love Los Angeles. I love to date her. I'm not married to her, and I'm not gonna
Mhm.
like move in with her, but I
Mm.
need to keep dating her. I like miss her so much.
We'll come back.
Like,
maybe.
I'm poly.
She's here.
I'm poly
she's
for New
here.
York and LA.
Totally. Speaking of I mean, actually, not speaking of, that has nothing to do with it, but I'm just gonna say I saw Sabrina Carpenter on Monday, and she
Oh,
was
yeah.
absolutely fucking incredible.
Mm.
I love how like sexual she is. I
Mm.
absolutely love it. She
Well,
said,
I love it.
I think she was like, "Oh,
And a kitten heel
California,
too.
I like my In and Out animal style, and I'm not
Mm.
talking about the burger." She's like,
Ooh.
"Ooh,"
And she's so
she said
funny
that.
too. It's
She's
so funny.
hilarious. Also,
She was so present. Like, people were like, "Woo, woo, woo," and she's like, "Why are people like barking now? Why are people barking?" And then she's like, "Let's change it." And then everyone's like, "Woo!" And she's like, "Ugh." Everyone says "woo." Let's say "yay." Let's
oh my
change it
god, I
to "yay."
love
So then
it.
everybody kept being like, "Yay!"
She's
and then, like,
hilarious.
the next time someone would be like, "Woo," and she's like, "Oh, we went back to woo." Like she's listening. Like I
Yeah.
was just like, "Oh, okay, you're."
She's
present.
not just like doing it. She's like really involved
Yeah.
with the crowd. I saw something on Twitter about the whole thing with the mic and the kind of the blowjob thing, which was iconic. You know what I'm talking
Incredible.
about?
Did-
yeah.
Have you ever
did you
tried
see-
this one?
And
I
someone
have.
someone tweeted like this. She's a former child star, and someone was like, literally the new president of the United States 2 weeks ago did the same exact thing, and he got nominated the president of the United States. Also, who the fuck gives a fuck that she was a Disney star? She made so much out of that.
Are we still
already know
doing
how
this?
hard. Yeah,
Yeah.
why are we still doing this? And
We
also,
can't
do we know how
grow?
hard? Do we know how hard it is for these kids to make it out of Disney and become as fucking successful as her? She's an icon. I love her.
Same.
I'm sad I missed it. And
Did you see the other one? I saw the
Yeah.
Trump one for that, and then there was another one where it was like she's performing in front of young girls, and then someone subtweeted, and she was like, "Yeah, and she taught me how to give head. I love it."
yeah.
Wait, no, well, while we're doing this is perfect because I was like, I know we're gonna talk about me and whatever, but I was like, the one non-me thing, I was like, I need to know. This has been I feel like we've had such a 2013 year of music
Oh,
that
yeah.
like we're not talking. We have had. Our girls
Yeah.
are working overtime.
Overtime.
Every single one of them.
Yeah.
I need to know your guys' albums of the year and your songs of the year.
Oh fuck.
Well,
and you
my
can't think too hard.
My album of the year is for sure Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah,
and
robbed.
Robbed. Absolutely robbed.
Yeah, crazy.
Um,
I don't know.
Okay, mine's Billie Eilish. Unfortunately,
Okay, I was gonna
I
say
think it's so
Billie.
good. I think that Beyonce should win, and I hope
I know.
she wins. But Billie's.
Yes.
I think her and Phineas have like
No.
changed the game again.
No.
It's nuts. I like.
Julie and
top
I
to
are
bottom.
going. Julian and I are going in 3 weeks.
I'm so jealous.
We're going. I'm so
Very
excited.
excited.
Hit Me Hard and Soft is also, by the way, I will say, and it's not just because like it's been said since day one. I haven't listened to any. I can't stop listening to it. Like my whole spot. Like if you looked at everything, that's what it is. And what's your favorite song? My favorite song, and I think it's the song of the year, is Chihiro.
Oh, fierce.
That's my
I
favorite.
live.
And Wildflower, of course.
Billie's lyric. You were born reaching for your mother's hands, victim of your father's plans to
rule the
I have
world?
chills saying it
Are you
out loud.
fucking kidding me?
And then that hip hop beat drops in, and you can
Yeah,
do the same thing about me.
And then also, and then when it's like, born blameless, grew up famous, just a baby. Like, fuck. I love it so much.
It's
I'm so obsessed with her.
nuts.
I saw
Every
Apple
song.
Music just called her the Artist of the Year. Hello, Apple Music. Thank you. She
My
has
song-
such. Oh, no,
No,
go
go,
ahead.
go.
Sorry. No, I was just going to say she has such an insane control over, like, the world population. She's, like, so
It's
fucking
wild.
famous. It's crazy. Okay, wait, what's yours? Top two? Or album
My song of the year is obviously "The Boy Is Mine." It is the best song of the year for me. It is like the thing. Well, I also like it's the one I want to play the most. I think it's genius. I like love it. It's like sexy in the reference. I do not like the remix, but I love the main one, and I think it'll be my most listened to,
Okay.
which I like absolutely
Wait.
love.
And Jude, did you say your song of the year?
I guess my song would be probably "We Can't Be Friends."
Yeah,
to be
I
honest.
love
I like.
Oh.
Sorry to be a
So
broken record,
good.
but like
No.
she
It's so
really
good.
just does it for me.
She's
And
your
also
number one.
special shout out to Cowboy Carter because I met the first date was my first date with who I am currently.
Oh,
with
yes.
is was the day that Cowboy
Oh.
Carter came out.
Oh, my God.
And our
yeah.
break the ice over we met on Hinge was like, okay, so like we're excited that this is coming out. Let's both make notes. Like
Oh,
take notes on the album
cute.
and we'll talk about it at dinner because it was that night.
Oh.
So and he kept playing he kept making little jokes like, "Oh, I'm excited for your notes." I'm excited for your notes. And me, I'm sure anybody who listens knows this. It's 0 to 100. It's always I can't do anything not full out. So
Yeah.
I showed up with a stapled like 5 pages because there's 27
Yeah.
27 songs
27 songs, yeah.
with like 3 to 5 bullet points under each color. I like did each color with a marker and like
That's so
wrote out all
cute.
these notes. And he went first and showed me his notes app. That was like maybe
3
a few
lines.
bullet points. Yeah, it was like a few. And then he was like, "Where are yours?" And I like pulled out this folded, stapled like 5-page
A Walgreens
Insane.
receipt. A Walgreens
Yeah.
receipt.
literally of color coded songs
Aw.
of that. So
That's so cute.
shout out to Cowboy Carter.
I
Because
fucking love that album too, and
I love that.
And I
Yeah,
hope
it's
she
a special
wins.
memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But wait, so do we think that do we think that do you think that her and Miley will get duet?
I don't know.
No,
Or is
they
it gonna
didn't
be
get.
guess?
They didn't get nominated.
They
Wait,
didn't?
no,
I thought they did.
Oh no, she
They
got
did.
nominated.
No, it's
She
her
got
and
nominated
Post
with
Malone.
for Levi jeans. Yeah.
I know it
I
should have
know.
been. It
They
should have
don't know
been
what
two
they're
most
doing.
wanted.
They don't know what they're doing over there. They don't know what they're
I
doing.
want guess then.
Baby
Yeah.
got
Yes,
that.
guess, absolutely.
One of my
No.
favorite music videos of the year also. Guess is unbelievable. The panty fucking pyramid. Her
Yes.
busting through a fucking...
Yes.
I was working on, when I was on Dylan Mulvaney's set for Days of Girlhood, an iconic video you can
Love.
go stream that everyone loves online. The producer was literally like on the phone with like Charlie's team going to
cool.
scope out that set and showing me like what it was, and I was like, oh my god, that's gonna be amazing. Raining panties,
Like,
I'm
so smart.
Charlie likes boys, so she knows I'd hit it.
Yeah.
My god, Billie Eilish.
She's
I've like, never been wanted to be pegged more in my life.
Yeah.
Like, I literally am like, she's so hot for that.
she's gonna
Yeah.
sing that at the tour. So Nick, I don't know how, but you got to find a way. You got to come.
Literally, I call out.
Yeah.
No, but I think I wanna see her
yeah,
here.
in LA.
Yeah.
Literally.
Did
Yeah,
she
I'm
already?
gonna
I think
see
she
it.
already did MSG.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, she did. She did.
Yeah, I was
she
gonna
did.
try.
Yeah, it's okay.
Wait, are we all listening to Flow? Because like that's what we need to be talking about.
Yes.
It's flawless.
My body, soul, and mind.
I feel like
I
Nick
love
would.
it.
I feel like Nick, you would love Flow.
I don't know Flo
It's-
very well.
It's
I'm
very,
Try this new album. Try this new
Late.
album.
I'm like late to some people.
You
Glorilla.
we bonded on Destiny's Child because I asked you once if you liked them too, and you were like yes. Like I don't
Yeah.
know if you were like
Yeah.
a late Beyonce only
No, no,
girl.
no.
You,
But
it's
Flo, I gotta.
truly. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Just listen to its top. I'm gagged. I'm
Okay.
like the harmonies. They're so talented. I love it.
Good to
Shout
know.
out to Flo.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Flo. Well, Nick,
We
love
love
you
you.
so much. Tell us if obviously Drag the Musical is running right now, and anything, and Joey
Yes, I feel
McIntyre's
hot today.
video.
No, I'm not mad at you. Oh, sorry.
Wrong fucking podcast, bitch.
I don't think so, honey. Things getting in my eye. Anyways, yeah. So, what do you say?
What do you have things coming up other than Drag the Musical and Joey McIntyre's new music video, which is out today, Tuesday, the
20. Oh,
Eight.
shit.
27?
It's Thursday. It's the
Whatever,
26th.
it's today.
26th.
Today.
26th.
Today, the 26th. Out today. Stream it. Watch the music video. And yes, me
Tell
and Nick
us.
have a song coming in the future.
I was just gonna say that's what
Oh
I
my
was
god,
like.
I thought you meant me. I was like, wait, what?
No, I want. This will make him actually. This will make us actually do it. We're writing a song called Cookie Cake. So keep.
Oh,
Your
and that's a
ears-
musical video that I can be in.
Yes.
Please, you should be like at the. You should
You
be in the
have to be in a
kitchen
thong.
cooking.
I know. I was gonna. I was gonna say we should probably just show me eating cookies because I don't really have.
Well,
a
no,
nice ass.
I don't need his ass out, but I do need Nick's
What about
titties
cake?
out because
Oh,
I'm
I
a
have
big fan
tits.
of his. You know, you have great tits. I'm a huge fan of your tits.
Oh,
no
thank
homo.
you. Thank you. Wait.
Just,
Okay,
like,
back to.
friendly.
Stop talking about my tits and talk about yourself, bitch. Okay, tell them and also tell them where to find you.
Yes, at Nick Laughs. And to drop this at the end, I am writing a concept album about astrology with some cool people in LA, and we're starting to drop it next year each month. And I will definitely talk to you about the Beyonce inspiration for the Virgo song.
Yes.
But
Oh.
it's gonna be really fun. We've written like 5 of the songs. I'm really excited. Just to like put, I've written for a lot of other people, so I'm kind of like being like David Guetta in the sense of like I'm writing for a bunch of people, but everyone knowing I'm doing it, just to like make a body of work. I've raised enough money. We're doing it. I'm very excited about it. And I'm excited that like doing Drag the Musical, I'm able to like at least do that during the day and focus on it and not be taken out of town. So I'm like, after this Joey video and hopefully after Julian's, I can really focus.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited.
Cookie cake. You know you,
You want to taste ba-da-da, in my face. Cookie cake. Just like bum ba da dum bum ba da 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 bum bum. No, we need Nick in like the kitchen, like with like an apron on, with his titties out, like pulling out a cookie cake.
Yeah.
And then you're a miniature you, and people are dancing on it, and we like green screen.
Or it's or it starts off with a like close shot on the cookie cake that says maybe it says cookie cake, by, like something we're directed by or something, whatever has that, and then it moves off, and it's just my oiled up ass, and then
Down.
we like zoom out, and I'm like on the counter, like covered by like flour and oil and the mix and the funfetti, and I'm just like,
Yes.
oh. You know what I like
Oh,
most?
yeah. Cake farts. We have to figure out how to do an iconic Cookie Monster look.
Farts. Help
You know what
me.
I like the most? The cake farts.
Cake farts.
We should start. We should start the scene. We should literally before the music starts. We just go. Do you know what I like most? Cookie cake. Dun, 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 dun. We have to.
Well, don't spill too much, guys.
Yeah.
Don't tell too much.
We need a Cookie Monster look, though. I demand it. It
Oh,
needs
for
to be like
sure.
blue muttlocks and a blue thong and like a cookie purse. Like we need to go.
For sure. For sure. Well,
Oh my god.
We love you so
Love you
much.
so much.
You're an
Thank you for
inspiration to
being
all of
here.
us.
Well, Nick, are you coming to New York? If you come to New York, please come hang out. Or you're
I'm
like
not-
on location writing and being famous, right?
I'm literally in New Haven. I'm pretty close to New York.
close
Going to
to you.
Chicago on Monday, but
Yeah.
next time,
Take a train.
next time I'll take the train.
and this week to all who celebrate, Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
everybody.
Oh my god, thanks living, honey.
Yay.
Thanksgiving. Enjoy that turkey or tofurkey or
Tofurkey.
vegan meatballs. I don't know why I said vegan.
Enjoy that stuffing mostly, because you only get that stuffing but once a year. Really relish that stuffing.
Relish it.
Relish it, mustard it, ketchup it.
Yes.
Whatever you want.
Oh my gosh, I don't want this to end. This is so fun, you guys.
Well, we'll stay on. You're not going anywhere. But we love
Oh,
you. Breathe if
We
you
love
agree,
you.
fam, and everyone else. And we'll see you next week. And thank you to our lovely guests. We love you
Love
guys.
Happy Thanksgiving. Mwah.
Bye.